Hey everybody, it's Kevin from Back of Valley Truck, and I've been meaning to do this video here for a long time. I'm often asked by customers, well, what about a SnugTop? What about a Leer? What about A.R.E? What about this? So I want to take a few minutes and walk around a couple different models of shells. The first one on the right side of that is a SnugTop SuperSport. The one in the center is an A.R.E. Z as in Zebra series, and the one on the end is a Leer 100 XL. So people often ask me, well, what makes this one better than that one? Well, it comes down to all shells are made out of fiberglass. They all have 31% tinted safety glass on them. They're all painted with a base coat clear coat paint. So the construction is pretty much very similar. What it comes down to is models, options. There's several different models of shells that everybody builds that are all comparable to each other. These particular ones are the higher end. They have the all glass rear door. They have the all glass side windows. So it gives you that high end, kind of that SUV look. It's for the person that buys the shell and says, man, I want the nicest looking shell I can have on my truck. Well, these are the ones. So these are all 2016 Ford F-150 Super Crew with the extra short bed. They're all painted the same color. What I want to do is walk around each one individually and just kind of talk about them. So let's start with the SnugTop. SnugTop, great name. They've been around for a long time. There's some things that I personally don't like about SnugTop. Their parts are very expensive to replace. If you look, this kind of bothers me. The angle of the window, the radius doesn't really follow the side of the shell very well. So when you stand back and look, it doesn't blend in and give that nice shape. Another thing on the SnugTop, if you look, it's got buttons, knobs, things like that on the back. It also has buttons and knobs on the side windows. Well, you're buying an all glass look for a reason, because you want that clean look. It does have a similar latch to most of them, which is this center latch. It twists and it opens. This particular one is carpet lined. All shells will come with a fixed front window, and then your options are usually a slider, a drop picture window that tilts inside the cab, or the drop front slider. So I'm gonna go ahead and point out the A.R.E. If you notice, no buttons, no knobs, nothing on the back. Side window, no buttons or knobs. It's got a palm latch. Similar operation to the A.R.E. This is their Z series. We added a slider to the front of this. It does come with carpeted interior. The next one we're going to look at is going to be the Leer 100 XL. Once again, brackets and knobs on the back, nothing on the sides. Not a bad shaped window on the side. So, let me go ahead and open this one. This one doesn't have carpet. I'm not sure if carpet is an option on this particular shell or not. But it kind of looks kind of ugly. If you're going to spend the money, you want something nice and clean, unless you've got a dog or you want to, you know, hose it out once in a while. So, let's talk about rear doors. All glass. They all have a trim piece on the bottom that's made to fit around the factory tailgate cap. One thing I point out to a lot of customers, one of the most used parts on a camper shell, the rear door. So let's look at the hinges. These are the SnugTop hinges. Not the best looking hinge in town, not the strongest piece. And when this door is open and closed on a regular basis, you're going to find that's going to be a weak point. The A.R.E. It's a bonded piece of glass, so the glass is actually bonded to the frame. That is a steel hinge. That is heavy duty, and I've never seen one fail. The next one we're going to look at is going to be the Leer. Leer, once again, a small, kind of chintzy hinge on the back. I've been in the business for 30 years. I've sold hundreds of shells. I use A.R.E. because their warranty is great. Their customer service is great. If you need a part, you get them a serial number, they can get you a part. They're a nationwide company. Leer is also a nationwide company. SnugTop's more of a West Coast company. Their parts are kind of proprietary, that you can't just order a part. You've got to get a SnugTop part because it's a little bit different than everybody else's, and they're kind of expensive. So we want to point out the hinges. I mean, the hinges on the back door are a big factor to me. There's your SnugTop, there's your A.R.E., and there's your Leer. Like I said, your front options are always going to be the same. These all have a tip-out window. Leer uses a different type of a knob. They do have a clamp ring on the inside. So it's a fairly clean window, but it doesn't have the angle like the A.R.E. does. The A.R.E. actually has a window that follows the line of the shell. This is my 2008 GMC here. So it follows the lines. When you're going to spend that money, you want a window that looks like it belongs on the shelf. They're all going to have a lifetime warranty on the paint and structure. A.R.E. has 1 year on all your doors, windows, latches, 5 years on your gas props on the rear door. Those do go out. It's not super common, but they do. It does happen. So, you know, everybody builds a shell, and they all build comparable models to each other. So this just happens to be the high-end ones. The middle of the road are all very, very similar. So you've got to look at cost. You've got to look at availability of molds, and you have to look at service after the fact. We're close to Travis Air Force Base, and I get a lot of guys come in that are doing a permanent change of station or a PCS, and I'm comfortable selling an A.R.E. because I know that if they end up in Mississippi, Delaware, Montana, there's going to be an A.R.E. dealer in their area. So, once again, I'm an A.R.E. dealer. I could sell all the shells, but I've been doing this for 30 years, and I just have really, really good luck with A.R.E. The shell world is not perfect. Most problems I see at complaints are going to be more tied to an installation issue than it is the manufacturer. So if you're interested in anything like this, you can always give us a call, 707-447-9905, or email us at vacavalleytruck.com. I invite you to go to our website, vacavalleytruck.com. There's a products button, click on that, and then there's a bunch of videos on the different shells built by A.R.E. You can look around and check out the different models and options and stuff that's available. So once again, I appreciate your time very much. I didn't want to take a bunch of it, but I thought it was time to kind of explain, and this kind of helps you if you're starting out looking at shells. Hopefully this video helps you out. And once again, if you have any questions, please feel free to contact us, 707-447-9905, or email us at vacavalleytruck.com. Thanks, and I appreciate your time. Have a great day.